sleepyhead?
I'm not letting you go to work today.
Wait, what?
Everybody, listen up.
Welcome to The Drive.
Morning, morning, morning.
You're gonna talk.
Get on the phone at 339-1140.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Jump in on our text line at 441140.
Everyone is talking about it. You must know that.
The Drive starts now.
All right, thanks to Sean Salisbury. Always enjoyable, whether you agree with him or not. He's always enjoyable and always entertaining, in my opinion. And just so you know, you can catch all of The Drive archived. The Drive archive on both YouTube. Go to YouTube. Yeah, we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. It should be much higher than that, by the way. But we really just started pushing this thing a couple weeks ago. Go to youtube.com and subscribe to the KH2K channel. You'll get archives and different things now that we have a little TV studio downstairs from all your favorite KH2K personalities and even your not favorite KH2K personalities. You'll get the entire archive of this show as far as the video cast, and you can also view that live right now at KH2K.com. I think next week we're going to have a little announcement. We were always trying to find you more and more ways to easily consume this very radio program, and the smart people behind the scenes, the very, very smart people behind the scenes, along with Jay, have all been working very hard. See what I did there?
Yeah, I caught that.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. I just want to make sure. Working very hard behind the scenes to make it happen. Jay's very smart, too. Kyle's okay, and he joins me as well. You guys can, too, on the Fire Wings hotline at 1-800-920-1140. Fire Wings, 21 different flavors to choose from. Firewings.com, just wing it. And also want to throw out the text line at 441140. Brought to you, as well as our video cast, by Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. We love Jiffy Lube. You should love Jiffy Lube. That's the bottom line. JiffyLubeCA.com for valuable coupons.
Did you just go stone cold on your Jiffy Lube read?
Huh? Did I just go stone cold on my Jiffy Lube read?
And that's the bottom line?
I'm so lost right now. I might do it a bit.
Okay.
Sorry. Help me out.
I think that's a wrestling thing.
Oh, Stone Cold, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Is that a line of his or something?
Yeah, and that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Text line, help me out.
No idea.
Yes, it's a thing.
Okay, it's
See?
a thing.
Thanks, text line.
Can you smell what Stone Cold is cooking?
Yeah, that.
Right.
Because that's the bottom line.
That's right.
Right.
No, wrestling. I have an update on some food, Kyle.
Thanks.
We were on top of this story earlier this week, and I called my friend in Detroit to try to figure this out. We were going over ballpark foods. We do this as an annual tradition before each baseball season. We'll go over some of the new foods being offered out at different ballparks, guys. And we talked, amongst other foods, about the Coney Dog egg roll out in Detroit. What it is an egg roll filled with a hot dog and chili and drizzled with mustard and some onions. Now, I looked at the promotional picture they provided, and I went, egg roll, hot dog, chili, that all sounds nifty. I really wouldn't mind trying it out. It's definitely a gut bomb, but I would do it. But I wonder if they made a mistake because the mustard doesn't make sense to me. I wonder if that is nacho cheese. That makes, chili cheese. That makes more sense to me. So I called my friend. Turns out I committed a massive faux pas when it comes to the world of food. Apparently the Coney dog, which I honestly thought was like a New York thing, the Coney dog is like something people fight about in Detroit. This is a tradition that goes back to the early 1900s, and it's in other places as well, but Michigan is like the home of it. And it truly is mustard, and it's not chili, I found out, is not really the traditional topping. A lot of them use it now.
Sure.
But originally it was like some of them would have just dry, small chunks of beef on top. The most traditional one offered, I found out, and you can Wikipedia this if you want, you probably shouldn't, is they would do a kind of a gravy or a sauce, and the beef was diced beef hearts.
Interesting.
Not really. Disgusting. I don't care. I don't care how it tastes. Gross. Beef heart, right? Not going to do it. But that was the
beef
deal.
Heart sounds like beef heart.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to separate beef heart.
Yeah.
So he gets on the phone and he says, dude, what are you talking about? Of course it's mustard. That's how that just. Which sounds better to you? Hot dog, chili, mustard. Hot dog, chili, nacho cheese.
Sure.
Why is this a conversation? Am I
Right.
off base here? Mustard sound. You don't put mustard in your chili. You put cheese in your chili.
I agree. I'm with you.
Apparently, that's he said, don't walk down the streets of Detroit and say that.
So is it a hot dog?
It is a hot dog with chili or some sort of beef sauce on the top.
Beef sauce.
With mustard and onions. And in this case, that's all in an egg roll. I mean, I would try it. Who knows?
I would for sure try it. That wouldn't be my first choice of condiment for that specific item.
It would be nacho cheese.
Imagine being in a part of the world where that's considered correct. Mustard.
Right.
On chili, cheese, dog.
Detroit.
Egg roll thing.
It's Detroit. That's why I'm not living. That's the one reason I won't live in Detroit. That's the one.
That's where you draw the line?
I finally found a reason to not relocate to Detroit, and that was it. Did we talk about the Jays LA Dodgers little mini ice cream helmet? But instead of ice cream, grilled corn mayo, cotija cheese, and a chipotle aioli.
Yes.
Hate the Dodgers.
It's like deconstructed elote.
Huge fan of that. Would eat that all day.
Have you been to Dodger Stadium?
I have not.
We'll take you this year. You can get one of those. We'll go for a Giants game.
I think he's probably going to not go.
If the Giants are playing, you'd be down to go, right?
No.
I doubt it.
Really?
No.
Nope.
Dave's a wimp when it comes to like watching his favorite team and like visiting ballpark.
Wow, what a weenie!
No, he is. He won't even go to a Warriors or Lakers game at Golden One Center.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. But
yes,
I've explained
he's serious. No, he won't.
No, I won't. But I've explained this before. Much like a person who is trying to be faithful to their spouse, who does not put themselves in positions to which they may, in fact, be unfaithful. In other words, you're probably going to stay away from temptation. I recognize that though in my middle-aged years I've calmed much, and not that I was Billy Badass ever, but I have calmed my temper so much over the years, but the one, my Achilles heel, if you will, are certain things, like Laker fan, Dodger fan, and in some cases now, really opposing fan in general, but the worst of the worst opposing fan bases. Same thing with Cowboy fan a little bit, but they don't bother me as much anymore. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be there. Why would I want to voluntarily go to a Kings-Warriors game, although a little bit different this year, where I know odds are, at least in years past, we're going to get pasted by 20, and I'm going to have to hear a dumbass Warrior fan sitting next to me with their double fisting beer. And
right, you can't handle it.
I could handle it.
You're being soft.
I just truly
It's really
choose
soft,
not to.
bro.
Soft.
Really soft.
You know what? You're both soft.
Oh, well,
snap.
turn your mic off,
Dude,
Kyle. We're done.
Dude, we were just joking around here, and then you come at us with that.
I'm like the Tom
Like,
Izzo
there's
of radio.
a line, and you just jumped over it, man.
You finger wagged me.
You know what? Don't
ew.
mess with the
Well-
cow or you'll get the tail.
That's even ewer.
The Pittsburgh cone. The Pittsburgh cone.
Hey, this show never stays on track more than when we're talking about food.
That's right. Let's get back on it, guys. We're talking about a kielbasa, pierogi, Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Russian dressing, all in a waffle cone.
There's a lot there.
They're
okay,
really tense.
so the pierogi. We have a sausage.
A kielbasa.
Two sausage.
Swiss cheese.
Okay.
Sauerkraut and Russian dressing, all wrapped up.
What's Russian dressing?
It's like I don't really like it, to be honest. It's like a sweeter, it's like this is a bad example, but it's like a redder, sweeter Thousand Island, and that's not exact, but it's the best I can do right now off the top of my head.
Hey, where do you guys stand on Thousand Island dressing?
Okay, on a Big Mac, don't really like it anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it's trash. Okay, keep going.
I like it on In-N-Out burgers.
Is that? Do that? Yeah, you know that.
That's fine.
I like it on burgers. It's okay.
Yeah, let's knock it off with the secret sauce. That's just a little. That's just a little packet of Thousand Island.
My mom used to
You're
make.
not special.
My mom would straight up make Thousand Island in a bowl and then put it on salad.
It's not a difficult thing.
No, it's not. It's what is it? It's ketchup, mayo, a little bit of mustard, and relish.
I think maybe a little pickle diced in there.
Yeah, or
sure.
or relish.
Yeah.
Your face. I love it.
Chicken and waffle cone.
Yeah. I'm in.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that a waffle cone with fried chicken in it?
No.
Okay.
It's liver.
What?
Get out of my face.
Spoke too soon, didn't you, Kyle?
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Okay, it is. It's chicken and waffle. It's chicken tenders. Huge slab of bacon. Drizzled with maple syrup, all in a waffle cone.
What stadium is this in?
This is Minnesota.
Hey, happy to announce the drive. We'll be broadcasting live from Minnesota.
As a person who has lived in St. Paul before, I can tell you the food there is fantastic because that's all there is.
I've heard there's good breweries too.
Probably.
And snow.
Look at that slab of bacon.
Yes.
I'm showing
That's
this to the boys here.
Steak bacon.
It's a steak. There you go.
That's a bacon steak.
Since we're talking about it, since we're rating stuff, I love how this segment has devolved into just things we care about. Steak 'em, yay or nay?
What's steak 'em?
Oh, God. Jay?
Don't know what that is. Perhaps a little
gotta give away some
education.
Eric Church tickets.
Neither of you know. Kyle's going to go answer phones here for the Eric Church thing. You don't know about Steak 'em.
Nah.
Okay. Steak 'em comes in a red rectangular box, which is sold in the frozen section of most stores. Steak 'em consists of extremely thin slices of beef that are on wax paper to separate the slices. Each pack comes with, I think, 12 long, probably, 4-inch by 2-inch slices of beef. Very, very thin. You take the slices out, a little dollop of oil into a pan, grab a wooden spoon, especially if you're using nonstick, and you dice up you kind of slice up with your spoon the steak 'em until it becomes little strips of this thinly sliced beef. You should already have sauteed some onions, maybe some green peppers, and then you grab yourself a hoagie roll split on one end, and you throw some Cheese Whiz or some form of cheese on the bottom. Then you put in the onion, the green pepper, and the steak 'em mixture. You throw some other cheese on top, and boom, you have yourself a ready-made, certainly not as good as the original. I'm not trying to compare it to. I'm talking about Sundays when football is on. You have yourself a ready-made cheesesteak sandwich.
So it's basically a cheesesteak with frozen steak.
It's a cheesesteak with frozen steak, but
that's all you had to say.
But I had to go into the whole detail because I don't think the way you said it doesn't sound as good, even though it's factually accurate. But let me ask you this, Jay. Have you ever made a cheesesteak?
No.
Right, exactly. And I think part of the reason people don't make cheesesteaks is they're either A, intimidated by the idea of thinly slicing up meat and going through all the process, or B, they've done it before and it just tastes like chunks of steak rather than actual thinly sliced beef that melts in your mouth.
And I hear you. That's all fine. All I'm pointing out is you just basically glorified a frozen cheesesteak. That's it. That's what you just did.
Yeah? You're a frozen cheesesteak.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Wow.
HR on line 3.
Yeah.
We already went over the giant wiener dog in Dodger Stadium. I remember we did that last time.
Yeah, that's Clayton Kershaw in the playoffs. See, I can be funny,
Wow.
too. I can make jokes about my own team.
Wow, so apparently that dish not available in October.
No.
Okay.
April through September only. Did it
Yeah,
while it lasts.
jokes about teams being bad in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Can't relate.
Shut up.
Jerk.
I had to
Imagine,
search for that.
Hey, the A's have never lost a World Series in my cognizant life.
That's true. They're undefeated.
Yep. I was 2 months old the last time they lost a World Series.
Don't you have anything else to tell us that's actually important?
Yeah, you can win a pair of tickets to see both days of the Eric Church Double Down Tour when he comes to Golden One Center for his epic 2-night experience on November 22nd and 23rd. We just gave some away. 8:35 will be the next giveaway, so mark that down. Set an alarm. 339-1140, 1-800-921-1140.
8:35.
Yeah, that's what I said.
From the 801, I know that I, for one, am terrified of thinly sliced steak. It's a real thing. Appreciate you admitting that publicly. Number 5, this is something I don't understand. The Fritos Pie Corn Dog. This is in Houston, shockingly, for the Astros. It is a foot-long hot dog dipped in house-made Fritos batter, queso blanco, and Texas chili. It sounds wonderful. I personally am just not a Fritos guy.
No, that's. I think Fritos are great as a accessory.
Sure.
Like, I'm not just gonna pop open a bag. Like, I'll just pop open some Doritos and go to town. I'm not gonna do that with Fritos. But as an accessory and like a batter like that, or like a breading, I could rock with that with some extra spices on there.
I won't doubt that. I'll bet you that could taste very good. I don't like to eat Fritos plain.
Yeah, sure.
But at the same time, I like corn nuts. And I've often thought that Fritos kind of taste like corn nut chips.
The thing is the Frito flavor is so like salty and kind of just dull.
Yeah.
That I think in that setting with other things around it, it would provide a really nice like base.
Not trouble.
For the rest, right?
Lil Buds being offered by the St. Louis Cardinals. It's not
Is
what
it
you
legal
think.
there?
This is obviously an homage to Budweiser here. It is a thing of 8 burger sliders with Budweiser beer cheese, garlic aioli, and pickles, all served in what's called a home plate box with an absurd amount of tater tots.
I'm down.
Yeah.
An absurd amount.
You got me an absurd amount of tater tots.
It says an absurd amount of tater tots.
You could have said that's just a decent amount of tater tots.
Yeah, I'm showing you the picture. It is. It's not
an
absurd.
absurd amount of tater tots would be like they're spilling over, but you can still see burger under there.
Yeah.
If they were like, could you imagine they're serving them inside? Is this? How do you feel about this amount of tater tots? That's absurd. Here you go.
It's a hefty bag of tater tots.
That would be absurd.
Hey, I have something for you since we're just going all in on food.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left.
I have for you the the bi-weekly Jay Marshall horrible take of the week. Are you ready?
Ooh.
Jay, I'm just trying to be a brothers in arms with you here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe tater tots are overrated. Come at me, bros. I don't hate them. I don't hate them. I just think people literally like it's like a cult.
I think they're enough of a like novelty that's why they get so much love.
Why would you want a tater tot over fries, over good fries?
Because it's different.
It is different.
It's and every once in a while, like a lot of tater tots I think taste the same, but sometimes you'll just get some bomb ass tater tots.
They are good. I can get behind the overrated thing. I can get behind that. That's fine.
I mean, if somebody every time they see tater tots instead of fries goes tots, that person's
that's a problem for me.
Weird. Yeah, same.
Like I'm not saying I dislike them.
But if you order something on a menu that comes with tater tots instead of fries, and you don't substitute fries, I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hate you.
Yeah,
tater tots or onion rings.
O-rings for sure.
Yeah. Onion rings. Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, here's an admission.
Yeah.
So it's no secret that I have funky teeth. Here's the problem. My front teeth don't bite down all the way. So one of the problems I have with onion rings is that I can't bite through the onion ring with my front teeth. So what happens is I take a giant bite out of a hot onion ring, and then I just end up pulling the whole ring out of the batter, and it just drips off. Like I have to grab it and chew it off with my molars. So it's something I deal with that nobody else has to.
Kyle, imagine being a loser who couldn't eat onion ring properly.
Hey, I have to open up ketchup packets. I have to pin the ketchup packet with my top front teeth against my lip.
You don't tear it with your fingers.
I mean,
like
sometimes,
an adult?
but if I already have, I'm very weird with my condiments.
You are. Dude.
I've told you.
You're a weird eater.
How am I a weird eater?
You are like you're a
like when you and I just ate together a week ago. Was it weird?
Yeah.
What did I do that was weird when we were eating barbecue?
You just nothing like specifically, but you have very like specific things about how like you only eat a rib with one hand.
That's
so
very
you
true.
Keep your other hand clean.
And if my dad's
and
listening, he's proud.
You don't eat a lot. Like
I don't.
You don't.
I don't eat a lot at
like,
one sitting.
How do you?
I know. How am I so
like
fat?
That?
Exactly. Wow. I thought I was gonna like go over the top for you, but then you went over the top of my top.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
like
eat a
me.
lot.
You look at me, and then you look at how I eat, and you're like, oh, I get it.
Honestly, because like 10 p.m. getting ready to go to bed. Oh, look, here's a whole sleeve of cookies.
Oh, there
That's
it is.
how.
Okay.
I do eat ribs with one hand because you have the other hand that's very clean. I don't like food on my face.
It's not weird. You're very specific.
I am.
That's okay. You have specific eating habits.
What is weird is that I suck ketchup out of the ketchup packets. I drink ranch out of the ranch thing. Like we went to Carl's Jr., remember? They had the crap ranch. and I was so upset.
You got mad. Dude, you were shook.
I was very mad. I wasn't rude.
If we had an easel of days that Dave hasn't been mad at a Carl's Jr., it would be at 0.
I'm just saying Carl's Jr. has the greatest fast food ranch on earth.
Used to.
But they
no, they were out.
They were out, and so they have this alternative ranch that they keep for some reason for salads that sucks.
Fake ranch.
It sucks.
You know what doesn't suck?
What's that?
Heading to athletics.com/tickets. New inventory for opening day is now available.
I hate how we come up with amazing show content about sports and stuff, and everyone's, we'll get like a couple texts. They're like, yeah, I think you should play first base. We talk about something dumbass like food for 20 minutes in our annual baseball
ballpark food.
Yeah, and the text line, I can't keep up with the text line. Last thing, I know we got a break. We still have 3 more on the list. I'll just get to number 3, and we'll save the other 2 for some other quiet moment next week. The Washington Nationals.
And by next week, you mean the last segment.
The Washington Nationals are unveiling the bone-in smoked beef short rib. There is nothing crazy about this. There is nothing weird about this or strange added. No, it is just simply Kyle and Jay. It is just simply a beautifully smoked, there's the picture, bone-in
Lanta
of beef ribs.
I would pay $30 for that at a ballpark.
You would?
Yeah.
That's going a little too far, money bags. Jeez, I might wait and go to a party.
If that's what I'm deciding to eat, that's my price point.
Go to Ben's Chili Bowl in Washington, D.C. My gosh. Well, don't get mad about it. I'm just saying $30 is a lot. Days since Kyle got angry. 0.
Back to 0.
When we come back, you've got a cold hard fact, do you not?
I have several cold hard facts.
Well, good thing Coors
about
Light's around
Buddy
to sponsor.
Hield.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some facts that some people might not like.
Oh. Well, dude, hold on. Wasn't your cold hard fact yesterday about or was it the day before, huh? About what? The Nets?
I did not blow a 25-point fourth quarter
I'm just
lead.
saying your cold hard facts this week have been like, the Warriors did this and it was amazing. The Kings blew this and it sucked. And now it's, Buddy Hield's trash.
That's not what I said. That's absolutely not what I said. I think you should stick around to listen to what I have to say about Buddy Hield in cold hard facts. That's coming up next.
That's a great tease right here in Sports 1140 KHTK.
Now, your Sports 1140 KHTK update. Brought to you by J.R. Putman Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
This is Kyle Madsen with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Kings needed a bounce-back win last night, and they got it in a big way. They beat the Mavericks by 16, 116-100 at the Golden One Center. Buddy Hield led the way for the Kings. He had 29 points. He made 7 of his 13 three-point attempts. Marvin Bagley had 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks off the bench. The Kings get today off before hosting the Phoenix Suns tomorrow. The NCAA tournament first round continues today. It actually wraps up today. Yesterday went without many upsets. 10-seeded Florida knocked off number 7 Nevada 70-61. Number 9 seed Baylor beat number 8 seed Syracuse 78-69.
But the story of the day.
What?
Ja Morant.
I agree with you.
It's your guy.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Triple-double, Kyle.
He did have a triple-double.
Number 2 pick in the draft.
17 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists.
That's what we're saying.
Number 12 Murray State beat number 5 seed Marquette 83-60. It's 8:31. Time to head to Togo's for their original turkey and avocado with a large drink for just $5.95. Those are your top stories. Back to the drive. You want to do the read? You want to just finish it up?
I'm participating with you. Why do
fine.
you get mad when I participate with you?
Because you're making fun of me.
What?
Because you went, the big story of the day.
Was that not the big story of the day? What else was the
No,
big
it
story
was,
of the
but
day?
that's what I've been saying all day, and you said it like sarcastically.
I'd say sarcastic. I said it with love.
Sarcastic.
You're welcome, Sacramento. The drive continues now.
I'm not mad.
I'm just disappointed.
I'm just disappointed.
Somebody asked a great question on the text line during the break. We were talking about the Detroit Tigers' new food, the hot dog with chili inside of an egg roll on top of mustard. They say, hey, is that a hot dog or a sandwich? It's a great question. Is that a hot dog or a sandwich?
It's an egg roll.
It's a wrap.
I think he got it. It is a wrap. I think egg rolls are a wrap, right?
Definitely a wrap. Like when you buy the egg roll stuff at the store, if you actually want to make your own, it's called an egg roll wrap.
Yeah.
I've never
That's
tackled
fine.
that
That's
one,
fair.
by the way. I've never tried to tackle making an egg roll. I feel like that would just
Me
be a
neither.
disaster.
Dude,
I finally found. Go ahead.
My girlfriend makes phenomenal egg rolls.
Okay,
I'll
so
bring
what-
some in.
Yes.
Next time we make them, I'll bring some in.
Yes.
Yes.
I am all here. I'm here for egg rolls, and I'm here for lumpia.
Yes.
Which
Give
is
me
like
all the lumpia.
Lumpia
dude.
is like probably
amazing.
It's like I think it's a Filipino, like it's almost like a mini egg roll.
Filipino egg roll is like kind of a way to describe it, I guess.
Yeah, everyone I know
It's
has ever made.
definitely different,
Yes.
but it's delicious.
Everyone I've ever known, and this more people than I should, that has made or I've eaten fresh lumpia from was an older Filipino lady, a mother of any number of one of my friends growing up, and in one
Sure.
case, my wife's best friend. And they'll just sit there and just turn out lumpia left and right, and you dip it in that kind of hot chili sauce. Oh, I'm here for lumpia. I'm here
Me
for egg
too.
rolls too.
Me too. Here for both. I finally found a brand of like supermarket frozen egg roll that doesn't get all mushy when you put it in the oven.
How do you heat it?
In the oven.
In the oven. Oh,
Yeah.
you just said that. I apologize.
Yeah. They're great. They're crispy. It's really good.
Well, speaking of great, it's time right now. Speaking of crispy, it's Kyle Madsen's Cold Hard Facts, brought to you by Coors Light.
It's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Fact of the Day. Here's Kyle Madsen.
Hi, Kyle.
Before we get started on these Buddy Hield cold hard
Yeah,
facts,
your trashing of Buddy Hield.
not trashing.
Okay.
We can agree that Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are two of the best shooters of all time. That doesn't. This is pro Buddy Hield.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we're all in agreement there.
I would
because,
agree with that.
Because if you disagree, then it changes
No,
the
I
way
would
to view
agree.
some of
They're
these
two of
stats.
the best
Okay.
shooters of all time.
So
Best
Buddy
shooting
Hield
backcourt of all
went
time.
7 of 13 from 3 last night.
Yes.
Taking 13 threes put him over 550 attempts for the year.
Yes.
He's now shooting 43% from 3.
It's pretty good.
Here's the complete list of players who have shot 43% from 3 for a season with 550 or more attempts.
Okay.
Stephen Curry,
Uh-huh.
Stephen Curry,
Yep.
Peja Stojakovic,
Okay.
and Stephen Curry.
Wow. Not even Clay.
No.
Wow.
So 2 of the best 4 or 5 shooters ever, and Buddy Hield.
And isn't Hield, what is he, like 3 or 4 behind Peja? I think I heard for for the all-time King single season record.
Yeah, he's going to obliterate it by a lot. What are we
Well, that
on
seemed
now?
nice.
Let's see. So players do attempt 7 or more threes per game
Yeah.
while shooting 43%
Okay.
for an entire season.
Uh-huh.
Stephen Curry,
Yeah.
Stephen Curry,
Okay.
Steph Curry,
Uh-huh.
Ray Allen,
Okay.
Klay Thompson, and Buddy Hield.
When you said Steph Curry twice and then Stephen Curry, I think twice. Were those the same
Different
player?
Currys.
Different Currys.
Yeah, Steph Curry 3 times, Klay Thompson twice, Ray Allen, and now Buddy Hield.
Steph Curry, Stephen Curry, Wardell Curry.
Yes.
3 different people. That's a pretty good list to be a part of.
Yeah, and I get somebody, when I tweeted about that one time, somebody said, well, how many people have shot 7 threes per game in a season? And it's like, not a lot, but the fact that he's hitting them at a 43% clip is significant.
Basically, the lesson is shoot more threes.
Right, I agree. And then for a career, this is for an entire career.
Entire career.
So Buddy Hield, 3 seasons, averaging 5 threes per game while shooting. Buddy Hield's career percentage is 41.8%. That list is comprised of Landry Shamit's on the list, but he's a rookie, so we're going to take him out. It's Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Buddy Hield.
Landry Shamit's on that list?
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, why did you allude that these are going to be that I wouldn't like?
Because some people don't like 3-point shots.
Okay.
That's how you do a tease.
That's dumb.
Because people are like, what bad Buddy Hield facts are there? But they're not bad. But there's people that are like, oh, 3-pointer ruins basketball. And I was talking about those people.
Those
See
people.
that? You people.
Would you like a statistical update on our question of the day?
Yeah, please.
Today's drive question of the day is celebrating last night's victory over the Dallas Mavericks, and the first time Kings fans have gotten a chance to see Luka Doncic and Marvin Bagley match up here in Sacramento. The question of the day, if you could do the NBA draft again today, who would you pick for the Sacramento Kings? Would you pick Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, or another player? Say Trae Young, Jaren Jackson, who knows? 780 votes in. Marvin Bagley, 74%. Luka Doncic, 24%. Other at 2%. It's a runaway, Kyle.
Yeah, mine has Marvin Bagley at 69%.
Hey, nice.
Luka Doncic at 29 and other at 2. I only have 96 votes.
Yeah, but still. And you have a more wide range.
Yeah.
You still have a lot of Kings fans, obviously.
I have quite a few Kings fans.
You work in this market, but that's interesting. It's interesting, and I think, honestly, I'm a little bit surprised because votes are anonymous. I thought I still thought Bagley would win that one because of the market we're in, but a little bit closer. I love it.
He's going to be a 20 and 10 guy.
I think he will too.
The one thing, and I don't even think this is a Bagley thing. I think this is more of a just like a system thing. Is I want him shooting like 4 or 5 threes a game next year.
Bagley.
Yes, I agree with him.
He's shooting, I think, 1.4 per game for the season. And like get an off season to get more comfortable with it.
Sure.
But if he catches on the perimeter and he's open, he should be firing.
If what I hope Bagley works on in the offseason in this order is using his right hand and hitting 3-pointers.
Hitting
Outside
3-pointers
shot.
with his right hand?
Yes.
That'd be impressive.
I think it's just quite interesting how young he is. And the fact that, again, he is so left dominant, and you can see potential for an outside shot. If he does that, then Vlade's not going to be that far off. Bagley's still your starting four of the future, but he would be able to slide to the 3 in certain aspects, in certain matchups.
I honestly do. I'm sticking with the idea that he can play a small ball 5.
Oh, I think he can play a small ball 5 too. I think Harry Giles can play a small ball 5 as well.
Sure.
I just you and I've talked about this. They're not full-time centers. There are too many centers,
right,
especially in the West, that would just have a field day with those guys at center full-time.
Do you think, though, in 2 or 3 seasons when Harry really feels out, because of his length, because his arms are ridiculously long, that he could play center in the NBA full-time?
I think it's a possibility, and I think that's why you might see, listen, they're going to have a different starting center next year. So whether that's, we've talked about this before, we think Vucevic is probably the biggest get, but that's going to take a near max deal and probably a 4-year commitment. People hate when I bring it up, but I think they're going to kick the tires on DeMarcus Cousins. That's a whole different animal, and I think that would be more of a short-term deal. And don't sleep on a guy like DeAndre Jordan either, who I don't think obviously is the long-term future, but if Jordan was to come over and sign a 1-year 15, a 2-year $30 million deal, I think that would definitely be something in the cards as well.
Dwayne Dedmon's another guy to look at too.
Dwayne Dedmon would be interesting. I've seen that name pop up. A lot of Kings fans really like what this kid does, and I don't blame him. By the way, I don't blame him at all. Not a lot of people know about Dwayne Dedmon, but this is a kid that. Oh, by the way, I want to update everybody too. The Harry Giles injury from yesterday, and we've gotten to the point where we've gotten to the point where we don't cringe any time Harry Giles goes to the floor. But it looks like last night he had to leave the game. It was just a deep thigh bruise. Now those can be, listen, those I heard people yesterday saying, "Oh, he can't play because of a bruise." Yeah, well, let me tell you something. If I took a metal baseball bat to your thigh and swung hard enough to bruise terribly, but not hard enough to break your thigh, walk around on it and see how it feels. Like, yeah. Is there anybody out there thinking that Harry Giles wouldn't have wanted to play? He probably did, and honestly, they're probably being very careful with him, and I'm completely okay with that.
I think Yeager made a point to let people know the reason he didn't come back in the second half was because Yeager sat him out the rest of the first half, which let the bruise sit in.
Yeah.
So it's like, warming up a muscle and getting it cold again.
Right.
And that was really painful and couldn't just bring him back in the second half.
I think it's completely the right thing to do.
Also, did you notice when he went and talked to the trainer, though, they immediately went and looked at his knee, and he was like pointing like, "Nah, bro, it's cool. It's my thigh."
I would have done the same thing if I was a trainer.
He's like, "Hey, my wrist kind of hurts." So like, all right, let's take a look at the
MRI. MRI immediately on your knee. I have a slight headache. MRI, knee.
Just sneezes.
MRI.
Get him in there.
Knee. Open up a nice bottle of MRI. And of course we're going to feel that way about stuff like that because it's Harry. From the 916, Dave, what do you think about going after Julius Randle? That was in the offseason. I wanted us to grab Doncic and Julius Randle. But now that we have Marvin Bagley, along with Harry Giles, really backing him up at almost the same position, I love Julius Randle. But I also think Julius Randle is going to get paid in this offseason, and deservedly so, by the way. So why would you want to bring in Julius Randle at whatever he's going to cost? I don't think it's outlandish to think that Julius Randle is going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 years, $80 million. So why would you want to do that so you can have Bagley, Giles, and Randle? I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What does make a lot of sense to me is you throw, 2 years and whatever at Patrick Beverley. I love that signing for the Kings.
Yep.
And then you go out and you swing at Vucevic. You talk to DeMarcus, see if you can't get him. If you miss on Vucevic, you talk to DeMarcus, see if you can't get him on a 1 or 2 year deal. If that doesn't work, then you go after a Dwayne Dedmon. You go after an Ed Davis. You're smiling at me, Kyle, but I'm at the point now where I'm past like the whole. Like, I get how some other people are going to feel.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm smiling at them now.
But it's like a legit, listen, it's a legit thing.
Take the names and faces away, and he makes a lot of sense.
Right. By the way, don't think we're immune to the possible issues.
Correct.
That would come with that, too.
Correct.
Like, are you going to be able to fit in chemistry-wise?
Yes.
Are you going to run all summer long and be in the best shape of your life coming into next year so you're not an embarrassment on defense? It's not a slam dunk.
You know what is a slam dunk?
Hey, what's that, Kyle?
Heading to athletics.com/tickets because they have new inventory for opening day.
Woo!
That's now available.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with what's on tap next right after this word from Hoblet Ram on Sports 1140 KHTK.
It's the end of the show, but it's the start of your workday. For a cold one, it's What's on Tap. Here's What's on Tap.
What's on tap? Brought to you by
Egg rolls.
Egg rolls. Not just for dinner anymore. Really, I think the egg roll is underused. What do you generally get in an egg roll? Pieces of pork, some sort of vegetable combination with those bean sprouts and stuff, maybe a little cabbage. Why don't we do more egg rolls filled with chili and hot dogs, for example? Maybe a cheeseburger egg roll. That'd be great. How about an egg roll filled with, I don't know, egg, cheese, maybe some sausage for breakfast? And if you're saying, Dave, this exists, I had one in Montana. Okay, I understand that. But why are these not more worldwide or nationwide?
Because you're Caucasianing it.
Yes.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I don't want to get into the details. You know what I mean.
Caucasianing egg rolls?
That's what you're doing.
You're appropriating egg rolls.
Oh, jeez. Come on. The greatest thing about foods is foods can be taken and adjusted.
You are appropriating.
Adjusted, interesting use of the word.
Built on, recreated,
Wow,
rehashed,
so they need to be built on and recreated?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm
Wow.
saying.
Destroy their heritage.
Wow.
I am
That's
here
amazing.
to say that food is
Unbelievable.
not complete until America takes it and makes it right. That is exactly what I'm saying. I'm getting that tattooed on my arm with America up top.
Just dying on this hill, are we?
Appropriator.
Big, I'm dying on that whole big, I'm dying on an egg roll is what I'm doing.
Ew.
Come on. Egg rolls. That's what's for dinner. What's on tap? Brought to you by
Egg rolls.
getting double teamed by Jay and
Whoa!
Kyle.
Whoa!
Are we still talking about the Robert Kraft video?
No, we've moved on now. We're on to a whole different thing. By the way, that's getting released soon. We mentioned that. Ew. There's just no way to talk about it, is it?
Nope.
Nope. NCAA tournaments, what's on tap today? Iowa, Cincinnati will kick us off at 9:15. That's a 10 and a 7, followed by Oklahoma, Ole Miss, a 9 and an 8. Texas Tech and Northern Kentucky at 10:30. And then the final game to create the foursome there on all your televisions. UC Irvine, Kansas State. A lot of people have UC Irvine in this one. Kansas State favored by 3.5. Colgate, not just a toothpaste, also a college, takes on Tennessee, the number 2 seed. Tennessee, I'll tell you right now, Kyle, Tennessee is the key to my bracket, and this is why I don't feel great.
Yeah, you trusted Rick Barnes.
I trusted Rick Barnes, and I have Tennessee in the Final Four, and I have no trust for them whatsoever. But I trust Virginia less, which is why Virginia, after burning me every year, will probably they'll probably win the whole thing this year now, or at least make the Final Four.
Sure.
Virginia makes the Final Four, I'm screwed. Gardner-Webb, speaking of, takes on Virginia at 12-10, the number 1 seed in that top right. That South Division is the weirdest division, I think, in this tournament. Buffalo, Arizona State, Oregon, Wisconsin, Washington, Utah State, Duke, North Dakota State. That'll really bust some brackets, by the way. Houston, Georgia State, Liberty, Mississippi State. That's a 5-12. North Carolina, my champion.
Here's all I'm going to say about the North Dakota State Duke game. North Dakota State, in the game I watched them, shoots the heck out of the ball.
Do they?
You know who doesn't?
Duke. North Dakota State. What would you like to take a guess? What is the line on the Duke North Dakota State game?
Duke plus. Duke minus.
By the way, this game being played in South Carolina, so it's a huge travel.
Home game for Duke. I'm going to go with Duke minus.
Minus is not a number.
18.5.
Duke minus 26.5.
Oh.
Let's just take North Dakota State.
Give me NDSU plus. Yeah, you're getting 26.5 points. I'll take it.
26.5 points. By the way, big story yesterday. If you're a bettor, I think it was the first 5 games. I haven't looked at the rest.
6.
Was it the first 6? All dogs covered.
Mm-hmm.
All dogs covered. It's a big deal. All dogs. Kings will play twice this weekend, by the way, in case you were wondering. It is 3 games and 4 nights for your Sacramento Kings. Of course, they beat the Mavericks last night. They get a night off tonight, and then they take on the Phoenix Suns down in the Valley of the Sweltering. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's home. It's Phoenix tomorrow, and then they go back-to-back. They take on the Lakers as they start a 5-game road trip Sunday. Of course, we're playing the Lakers in the third game of in 4 nights. Of course, we're playing them back-to-back. And how much you want to bet LeBron has like 70 points and 70 rebounds? Well, you should probably bet me because that's probably not going to happen. Jay Marshall did a great job this week.
What about me?
Well, what does your shirt say? It says, Mama tried. Oh,
She did.
Kyle tried. You tried this week.
I turned 21 in prison doing life without parole.
I'm going to ask you the same 2 questions I asked my children after sporting events.
No
Did you have fun this week?
But Mama tried. Yeah.
Did you try your best?
I sure did.
And that's all that matters. You have fun, you try your best. That's all I care about.
Hey, me not wait.
I did not try hard, and I did not have a lot of fun, but hey, I wouldn't do it any other way. Jim Rome is next. Enjoy the rest of your broadcast day right here on Sports 1140 KHTK. Enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye now.